Hey friends, I just wanted to make a quick video and just kind of briefly talk about my journey so far with fitness. I've had a lot of people kind of come to me and just ask a lot of questions about my journey and what I'm doing and how I got here and all this stuff. And recently I've kind of been watching a lot of like fitness vlogs and it's kind of become my like strange obsession. I don't know. I don't really like watch TV or like Netflix or anything like that. Like I just as soon as I get home from work or wherever I'm at, I'm like, ooh, like did anyone post a new video? um yeah, so and I'm not like starting a vlog. Like I don't really feel like I'm on that level yet, but I have felt really inspired like after kind of seeing these girls kind of share their lives with other people. And I don't know, I just feel like it's really personal to like make a video and talk about things. And I have a blog with a B if you want to check out that stuff. I haven't written anything in a while and it's kind of new, so I just like updated it too. But yeah, so I love being able to like help people, and I feel like video and like YouTube and stuff like that is kind of like the next platform. Everyone has like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, but I think YouTube and stuff and like video and blogs and all that stuff is going to be like really um, the next big thing that everyone's into. Um, yeah, and like I said, I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not like everyone needs to check out my cool story and all this stuff. It's more so, I've just had a lot of people ask me questions, and my passion, honestly, is just to help other people just gain confidence and understanding of health. So I hope that this is helpful for some people and that, someone can take something away from this. So just a little brief snapshot into my life, because pictures and like Instagram and Snapchat only show like just a little bit, and doesn't really show or tell. Can't always like post like a paragraph or three paragraphs of a comment, like that's not really what it's for. But this kind of expands a little bit more. I'm still gonna try to keep it brief, but I hope that it helps someone. So basically, I grew up really insecure about myself. I didn't play any sports. I didn't know how to eat right. I constantly just felt like the big girl. I hit puberty before most of my friends, and a lot of my friends were like neighborhood friends were younger, and so I was always bigger, and I always just felt like really self-conscious about my weight and just like what I looked and felt like and all of those things. So, yeah, and it really just carried through all throughout middle school and high school. It, in high school, I just remember that's when I really remember feeling like, wow, like there's some really pretty girls, and I don't feel like that. And, then boys notice things about girls. I don't know. Like, I didn't have like what most girls had. I didn't have like confidence. I didn't feel pretty. Like, my hair was mediocre. I just was overweight. Like, I don't know. I just never felt good enough for anything or anybody. So, constantly living in that mental state. And then I went to college, and I got involved in some good things and became an intern at my church, and that was really cool. But even still, like, I constantly just like felt like I was missing, like something was missing, like I wasn't like living to like the fullest of what I could have. And so finally, like my junior year of college, I had done like periods of, oh, I'll go to the gym or I'll eat a salad, like, but I didn't understand how to like adopt that lifestyle. Like, it wasn't a lifestyle. It was just a fad, for a time. And so finally, in my junior year of college, I went on a trip to Belize. And where with my education program where we like taught in the villages there. Um, and it was really cool to kind of see that side of Belize where it was just people lived in these horrible living conditions and didn't have like access to like medical um, facilities, like medical different groups would come to their villages and like give them shots, but if that didn't happen, they wouldn't have anything. They wouldn't even know. And so, that opened my eyes to see like I have access to things and they don't have as much access to things. And they don't always know that. Like that's not like they're not like looking at me thinking, "Oh, I wish like I had a phone and a TV." And like it's not they don't even know that that's what they're missing. But at the same time, I just kind of realized between that and then being on this trip with like some amazing girls, like, and everyone was just, like I said, like so pretty. We were in this tropical country and, we would stay at these resorts when we weren't in the villages. And like these resorts were unreal. Like, tropical and like you were on the beach and like the ocean was just this amazing color blue. I mean, you honestly, it was just beautiful. And we stayed at I think it was 3 different resorts and I mean the views were just unreal. So, and of course everyone's taking pictures and has their little strawberry daiquiris in one hand and other people have a pina colada and like it's you should be having like a good time. And basically I just remember, and I did have a good time, but I just remember thinking like, man, I don't want to be so self-conscious of what I look like. I was 186 pounds, the heaviest I'd ever been in my life. And I was like, this is miserable. Like, I don't want to live like this. I have access to a gym and even not a gym, but like I could even go on walks outside and there's so many things that I could do that I'm not doing right now. And I'm feeling sorry for myself and I'm living in this like horrible mental state and it honestly doesn't even have to be like that. Like I was putting so much on myself and I could have changed that at any point. So I decided when I got back, I'm gonna lose weight. Like I want to be healthy. I'm so sick of feeling sorry for myself and hating myself at the same time. So, I moved back home just because, like I said, I was really just not in a good place mentally, and I needed to move back home. So I did that and started working out. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. But I didn't see results very quickly, and I was confused, and I was frustrated, and I'm like, okay, it's 3 months and I have lost maybe like 10 pounds and what's going on? Like, why am I doing something wrong? Like, oh, I was so frustrated. So finally my mom had introduced me to, this girl named Joanna and she, basically just was very knowledgeable about fitness. Like, she wasn't a personal trainer at the time. She is now, but at the time she was working on that area. But basically, to me, she was a personal trainer. Like she knew hella more than I did. So basically, I just like I learned from her and she really just gave me this like knowledge of fitness and she pushed me and she challenged me and I didn't like her at first because she made me run and that was the one thing I didn't want to do and she really annoyed the crap out of me. I was like, you pissed me off. I don't want to run. I don't want to do any of this stuff. But I did it and it was good for me and I needed that and I needed someone like her to like realize the potential that I had and push me into what I didn't know I could be. And so basically, I hadn't run a mile in October 2014. All of a sudden in December, I was running 7 miles. So in a matter of 2 months, I had gone from not knowing how to run a mile, I was doing a walk run, to running 7 miles. And it was like all of a sudden, I kind of realized like, whoa, like this is crazy. I never ever expected this. And so she was like, Joanna said, you should do the half marathon in April. And I laughed at her. And I was like, you're funny. I'm not running a half marathon. That's 13 miles. Like, that's a good one, but I'm going to pass. But after a few weeks, I kind of was like, I think I could do this. I think I'm selling myself short. And so I did. I trained and I did the race. I finished in less than 2.5 hours, and it was pouring rain. And I can remember at the very end of my race, Joanna cut in with me like for a half. Well, I guess it was a little less than a mile, but then she cut out right at the very end, right as I was like going around in the curve. And I remember seeing the finish line, and I was like, I just want to finish this race. Like, I'm so done. And I had actually like dodged a cone, which I wasn't supposed to do. And this like security police officer guy was like, what are you doing? Get back in. Why you can't do that? I was like, I looked back and I was like, I don't care. And I just like kept going, and I ran to the end of the finish line. And it was just a very emotional race because it proved to me that, like, I could do something. I finally did something for myself. And I had improved my pace over, the last few months, because when I started running, I was at, like, a 13-minute mile. And by April, I was at, like, 10 or 11 average, which was still not, like, whoa, you should go do the Boston. But it was more so of like, wow, you didn't even know how to do this, and now you did it. And so, that kind of led me to other things. All of a sudden, because I knew Joanna, and because she pushed me to do something, and like showed me all these other things that I could do, it was like, I want to do some other things. Like, I had one goal, and then I achieved it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to make another goal. And then I achieved it. And it's become like, when you achieve your goals, it's not like, all right, well, that's cool, so I'm done. I'm just going to go home and, like, not do anything now. It's like, no, you get this, like, fire and this passion to, like, want to do more. And, like I said, as a perfectionist, that's not always a good thing, but it does help me to strive to push myself to do more. And so basically, after that, like, I started to learn a lot more about nutrition, and I really kind of realized how important nutrition was, because I always felt like, I started getting the fitness thing down, but I wasn't really seeing as much of a result as I like would have liked. And so I did a detox and a juice cleanse, and then another detox. So it was like, I don't know, 17 or 20 days or something like that. And, I lost weight doing that. So just from running from October to May of that next year, I had lost 30 pounds. Just from running. 20 to 30 pounds just from running. And so, people really started being like, hey, you've lost weight, and I went from like a 12, 14 to a 10 to an 8, and all of a sudden, like, I'm starting to feel and see this change, and it was like my eyes were opened. And then I went to Fisher's. It was okay. Like, I had some moments where, kind of ate a lot, I drank, and all that good stuff. But I think for the most part, like, I tried to stay on track. But, that Topper's ice cream gets me every time. So, shout out to Topper's. But yeah, so basically I came home and I set more goals, and I wanted to do more weight training. And then after weight training, I got bored. So I was like, I want to do a marathon. And so I started running again. And then after running, I was like, I'm bored of running. I want to start doing weight training again. And so at this point, I have the knowledge to, like, I don't know. I make my decisions. Like, I do what I want to do. Like, if there's something that I don't like, then I'm not going to do it anymore. Or I might do it again later. Like, right now I'm taking a break from running, and I'm doing more body weight with BBG, body weight and weight exercises, because I love, like, seeing the tone and the definition. Like, that's what I want. Eventually, I'll probably, want to start running again, because that does, I love it in some ways I don't. But you know, I ran the marathon, I was injured, but I think it's okay, like, to just find the things you like, do it for a while, and when you get bored, switch it up. Like, you shouldn't hate your workouts. Like, you shouldn't, and I think a lot of people, that's what happens, is they just go to the gym and they do the same routine, and it's like, switch it up, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to hate it, and then you're going to quit, and then it's just like, that's it. So, basically, like, what I have to say is start. Just start. And if you can find someone to help you, then bring them along with you, because honestly, those first few months when I didn't know what I was doing, I basically I could have been, if I had talked to Joanna sooner, I could have been way farther along. But, I didn't, and that's okay. That's my journey. But at the same time, you know, it's so much better when you have people doing it with you, and people that know what they're talking about and that can offer wisdom. And so spend time with someone, learn from them, be open to challenging yourself, and you'll be surprised at what you can do. Literally, you guys, I can't even tell you. If you had told me 2.5 years ago that I would be where I am right now, I would have laughed you in the face. Like, I never would have thought I would be, you know, in this spot at all. I never would have thought fitness. I never thought fitness was something I would do. It totally came out of nowhere for me. But it's become a passion, and like, it really fuels me, because I changed my life completely, physically, but also mentally. Like, I've learned so much about this journey and about this lifestyle and this industry. And I mean, I still have so much to learn. I still would love to like have a mentor in this field, that just because Joanna moved, and so we still talk, but we don't get to work out together anymore. But yeah, so it's hard when you have to do it alone. So my whole like desire for even making this video is just to reach people. Like, I want to reach people, and I want people to understand that this is possible for you if you want it. And you really have to like dig deep in yourself. And when the days get hard, because they will, you have to remind yourself why you wanted this. It's not to look good. I mean, it can be a little bit, but remember, like, you're doing this to treat your body with respect and loving your body, not hating your body. And I started like that. Like, I hated my body, and so I wanted to just work out until I didn't hate my body. And I still struggle with those thoughts every single day. The disease of perfection is so real, and I have it. So, I have to wake up and remind myself this is a journey. Like, there are gonna be days where you love your body. There are gonna be days where you don't love your body. There's gonna be days where you see good changes and days where you see bad changes, and you look at both of those and say, accept them and move on. You can't dwell on the good things or the bad things. You kind of have to celebrate the good things, move on, deal with the bad things, move on, and then just go. So anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut up now and just end this here. But basically, like I said, I just want to help people. And if you're looking for, I'm not a personal trainer or a nutritionist. I would love to be those things. I'm not technically one, but please reach out to me if you have questions. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I know it's really long, and I probably have repeated myself like 1,000 times, but yeah, so once again, thank you, and I hope this motivates someone and helps someone to know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. So have a great Friday, and go Cards.